Hello, hello. I know you can hear me. That's great. I'm just gonna keep speaking because I don't want the intro of the video to be awkward. One second, my laptop's not plugged in. Let me just plug in my laptop. It's not very professional. One second. Okay. I have received confirmation that you're able to hear me. So I did a live stream for my friend, and I basically was speaking as I was outlining all of this analysis here. And I did a follow up to that live stream, so I showed the algorithmic delivery in response to the levels that I outlined at a later time. Okay, so the algorithmic delivery at a later time of the levels that I outlined. And pretty much this is those same levels from before. Okay, but what I'm gonna do is show you something that I've sort of wanted to see and also kind of found. So like this is a three drives pattern here. I don't know 100% if these are the tips of the wicks. I believe they are, but like on the 15-minute time frame is where this I think has formed. So but it seems as if there's a three drives pattern here. So you have one, two, three, and so, to be honest, up until this point, then yes, that is a three drives pattern. So that did work. But then we formed one more low here, and then a second low after. But then if I go to the 15-minute time frame, then you can see in this kind of consolidation here, you have one, two, three wick lows and also three drives and attempts in price to go lower. So I think my three drives pattern is going to be established from this wick high or maybe this candle high, okay, down to this low. That would be the first high that's established. Sorry, the first drive. Second drive is going to be here to here, and the third drive is going to be this low to here. Okay, well, just this low in general. Okay, so now what we want to see is a 50% retracement to the the high that caused this first low. Okay, so 50% of that is going to be here roughly. And then ultimately, we're going to want to see a full redistribution back to the high that created this first run low, to like this, the high that created this first low. So I hope that makes sense. So what I'm going to do now is outline the exact, the first, the first target, which is the 50% target, okay, which actually has already been met. I'm pretty sure. Just let me double check that. Wait one sec. Here to here. So if this was the three drives lower, then to be honest, it's like on that third drive is where you would want to see the 50% target met. Yeah, yeah. So really, we want to see a full redistribution. I'm just trying to, cause this one's funny. This one is kind of a complicated one. Like, I didn't know if it actually was this or not, and I've been looking at it for quite some time, and I couldn't really decipher whether or not it was a three drives pattern, but I believe it is. So this is gonna be the 50% target. Are we calling that the high that created this low, or would it be this candle? That's I think we're gonna call it this candle, to be honest. So because if it's this high, oh sorry, wait one sec. If it's the above candle, then that affects it quite dramatically because it puts the midpoint quite a bit higher up, like the target. It puts it to here, so it hasn't actually been met yet. So are we calling this the high or this? I'd say this, but we could go for that. So, but let's be on the safe side and call it this. Well, then that's already been met. This 50% here, you know, right there. So anyway, let's extend this target, okay? We're ultimately looking for this, right? So that we want these to be the 3 drives lower and then for price to come up into, yeah, this area, right? So this is our 3 drives pattern on the 15-minute time frame it has formed. I think that this is what has established. So I want to just type the targets on. So this is the 50%. One sec. 50%. 3 drives target.